Since the series release, From has blown the minds of fans and has planted the seeds for many fan theories. I finished the show and watched some of those fan theories. I have to confess, I'm even more confused. I also have my theories. Far-fetched, yes. Do they offer answers? To an extent. I just want to offer my general ideas about what's really going on in the story and why. I believe all this is an experiment, conducted by extra-dimensional beings. Having all these people put together in that environment could be a type of matrix. It could be a simulation or a pocket dimension as Dale had proposed. But outside of our time and space, the experiment is mostly psychological. How are the characters going to react? Then intellectual. Who is going to solve the mystery? Then they test the strength of character. Who is going to succumb to the pressure? Or who will be able to take the tough decisions? Those entities choose carefully who they abduct and put to that place, based on background. Like in the Predators movie. Perhaps they are testing humans because we are emotionally complex. And by testing humans, they might better their species as well. Like in that film Dark City, where those beings try to unravel the secret of the human soul in order to save themselves. But let's focus on the questions. What are those entities really? And what's this place anyway? The night monsters are not the entities that control this environment. They're just predators put there by those extra-dimensional entities to make that environment more challenging. But they're not the only challenge. The whole place is at best a living being with its own essence, its own mechanism, its own mystery, its own secrets. A living puzzle, and at worst, a ruthless and unmatched antagonist. However, in this hypothesis, it is still a tool in the hands of those extra-dimensional entities. And if those entities see that someone is trying to break this space or simulation or whatever it is, they will order the simulation to fight back by generating certain enemies or events. Or the intelligence of this place is ordered to fight back automatically. But is this a Matrix type of thing or not? Are those their real bodies? Or are they plugged into machines? Or are their souls somehow separated from their bodies? Who knows? What we know so far, it's not a maze where you can just exit by walking inside the forest. Nope. Exploration is just part of the procedure. It's more than just exploration and survival. You have to use your mind, your intuition. And I believe you have to find meaning where there seems to be none. It's a maze of consciousness. The moment Boyd infected one of the monsters must have been a game changer for the whole history of this place. Something that must have never happened before since its creation. I wonder how the overseeing entities might have reacted on that. Were they angered or fascinated? And I wonder how they would feel about Victor. He's been there for so long since he was a child that this place is actually his home. Whatever the case, Victor gets it. He understands and keeps on learning about this place. But he doesn't say much and he doesn't push against it. I wonder if these entities feel like it's their child somehow. Like the byproduct of an experiment of character development. Could these entities like Victor so much that this little boy in white clothes is a helping hand towards him and towards others they deem worthy as a gesture of goodwill? Or is he an autonomous benevolent entity? Or a different group of entities generate the boy in white in that simulation in order to help Victor and others escape? Boyd pushes way too hard against that environment, often surpassing the limit of what he can handle, and we can see that he's starting to lose it. Another interesting detail. Boyd seems to sometimes be favored and sometimes not so by the intelligence behind all this. But the observing entities surely got their eyes on him. He doesn't have theories and because of that he constantly seeks out for answers. And he gets them, even though many times they come with a high price. Could this experiment be about this? For how long can someone strive for the truth against all odds? I believe the entities at first considered him annoying, but he turned out to be interesting, so they let him do things, to see just how far he can go. Concerning Randall could be sent by the entities, in order to disorient and weaken the characters. On the other hand, do those entities even need something like that if they can manipulate humans so easily? Now Jade, oh boy. I think the entities just find Jade interesting and funny. On one hand, overly engaged with the mystery, eager to solve their puzzle. On the other hand, flexing his higher intelligence in a place created by extra-dimensional, highly advanced aliens. Now, a few words about the place. It only makes sense that this place would confuse them with the breadcrumbs it provides. They lead them to clues, but also traps. Answers that appear absolute, but they bring more questions. Solutions that create even more problems. But I don't believe that hope is their disadvantage. I believe the point is, how much hope can you hold on to when everything seems hopeless? And also, I don't believe that the faraway trees send you somewhere at random. I believe they get you exactly where you need to be, or where this dimension thinks you should be, or just the entities choose. They may think like, you may enter the tree, but we choose where you go. Ultimately, this place reminds me of a quote from Hellraiser Judgment. The protagonist asks, "What on earth is this place?" And the auditor answers, "It isn't." Two recommendations. If you liked From, you might enjoy The Endless and Dark City. And that was it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Konrad Schmidt. I'm a writer talking about films, series, and games, and I'll see you all in the next video.